Hey everyone, welcome back to Buick Outdoors. If you're new here, my name is Sheldon Marion, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Woods Outfitter A-Frame Grill. So right off the hop here, guys, I picked this up from Canadian Tire for $100. According to the box here, when it's all set up, the diameter is 4 feet 6 inches at the base. The total height is 5 foot 1 inch, so it'd be about kind of nose height kind of a thing. And the weight capacity is 44 pounds, so that's a pretty big stew pot that you can put on here. The chain easily adjusts for height above the fire, so there's a little hook on your chain so you can raise and lower however you want it set. Also, the grill is a folding grill for cooking meat and vegetables, or you can hang a Dutch oven off it for soups and stews and all that good stuff. Another thing that you could do too with the grill is you could smoke like some amazing meat on here if you have a real low fire or just your coals going. Take some nice green hardwood, peel the bark off so you don't get that acidic bark taste to it, and just wrap a canvas tarp around the A-frame, and you'll be able to smoke some great meat. And it also packs down for small transportation. You can see the box here. It's maybe 6 inches wide by about a foot roughly, but that's also the box itself. What we'll do now is we'll open up the box, see what's all inside, and then later tonight we're going to be at our campsite here out in the bush, and we're going to be actually cooking our supper on it here tonight. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Alright, so let's open this thing up and see what we have inside here. That's the chain. These are the poles. And you have your grill. Maybe what we'll do is we'll open this box first. So we got 3 poles. Of course, everything's got to be wrapped in plastic. I want to assume that these are for the base, because on the end of the poles here, you have these little spikes. Hopefully you guys can see that. Yeah, these little spikes, so I'm assuming that will be for sticking into the ground so it's nice and stable. Now we'll open up this next box. And in here, looks like we have the rest of the frame and all your chain. I really don't like how much plastic's on this stuff. Everything nowadays comes all wrapped up in plastic. I don't know why, I'm just gonna beat the crap out of this thing out in the bush anyway. You don't need it wrapped up in plastic. Now looking at this. So on the first set of poles, we have this spike. Then you also have a little locking tab here. And on this base, Each one of these legs has a little hole. So it just clicks into place there. You're off to the race. Alright, now we got that. We can stand this up. There we go. Open up our chain. Then there's a little loop here. On the frame itself, you have a straight pin, so we'll figure that out here. Then, of course, we got our grill with more plastic. And there's your fold-up grill, which is actually pretty neat. With your grill, you have 3 little holes here, which I'm assuming gets attached with these. That gets attached to your frame. Alrighty, so when we are setting this up, you want to fold out all 3 legs, so then you can put the little spikes into the ground. And this one here, this chain, it's just one hook and then nothing on the top. This is called your main chain. They're saying to feed this up through the top, and then that way you can set your height for your stove. And then the way you keep this in place is you take this pin, you run it through the top like that, simply let it go. So now that isn't going anywhere. But for this, we're gonna put it way up top here, way up high. We'll just let that dangle off to the side. Then you take this one here. What are they calling this one? Number 4. This is your branch chain. Take your branch chain and hook it up top. I'll adjust that up a little bit higher. Now this branch chain, so there's 3 hooks, and on your grill there's 3 holes. 1, 2, and 3. And make sure that when you set it up, it's not going to fold on you. So we're going to want to put it this way. Then that way all the weight is pushing down on it. And we'll turn this one around. And there we go. And then now, if you want to adjust it, you want to put it down lower. You can put it all the way down to the ground if you want. Or you can raise it all the way up to the very top. Again, take your pin, slide it in there, and there you go. Now when you put your food on there, whatever it is that you're cooking, you're all good to go. This thing here, this might be a pain in the butt, but with this pin, it's a fairly long pin, so if you slide that all the way out, I'm sure you can take this, just kind of wrap your excess, poke it through, and there you have it. Now that chain's out of the way, this is all set up, and you're ready to start cooking. So what we're going to be doing here now is I'm going to take this all apart. I'm going to pack it into our little campsite there out in the bush, and pretty well wait for this evening, and we'll cook up our supper on it tonight. I want to make this fire so it's pretty well in the center of our pan there, like Move this over a little bit too. Looks about right. Once we get this fire going here, I kind of want to get the grill nice and hot. That way it burns off any oils or anything like that from the manufacturing process. If not, you might have some pretty nasty tasting food. Right now it's kind of wanting to sink down, but that's right. As soon as we put any kind of weight and food on there, it'll keep it up. There we go. So we got the fire going on here now, and just want to make sure that it's not getting overly too hot. One good thing about burning poplar is it doesn't give off much for like kind of like that sappy black tinge to it, and it throws heat, but not an extreme amount of heat. So it's, I mean, you can still burn your stuff, but not overly too bad. One thing that's nice with this tripod, if it's a little hot on one side, I mean, it's all chains. You can sit here and twist and turn it. Seems to kind of hold in place for the most part. If you had to, I guess you could probably take a stick, shove it in the ground, kind of between a grate or something like that to keep it from spinning. But it works pretty good so far. Alrighty. Well, we've been cooking this for a little while here now. I've been taking my time with it. Pretty well just kind of slow cooking her. I have to be honest with you, one of the zucchini pieces, I already pulled it off and ate it. It was looking pretty good. This stuff here. Oh, that's good. Man, that is some good stuff. Ooh, kind of hot on the fingers. There's something about just cooking over a fire, you know, and using this thing. This has worked just like a dream. If you want to pick one of these up, like I said there at the beginning, I picked it up from Canadian Tire. I think it was 99 bucks. So it was $100. You know, it's a bit pricey, but for what you get, I mean, this thing is pretty awesome. The only thing that kind of sucks about it is that it doesn't come with any kind of a case or anything like that. So I don't know, maybe I'll have to, maybe one of my old cot bags. I have one cot that kind of got a little wrecked and broken. So maybe what I can do is I can pull the cot out, throw the cot away, and then just use the bag for this. As long as the grill folds up and is able to get inside. That'd be about my only complaint with this thing so far. Like, it's good and sturdy. Whoop. It's good and sturdy unless you pull it out of the ground. But I can't wait to cook some more meals with this thing. I think you guys are going to see this quite a bit on the channel, especially when I'm out doing little camping trips like this. Having this is just awesome. You know, I have nothing but good things to say about this. But yeah, that's, man, that is a gear review on this, Outfitter A-frame grill. And man, it's another thing that I would highly recommend if you're out in the bush, or if you just want it for in your backyard. you know, like one thing I was saying is you could probably smoke meat with this too. If you get a canvas tarp, wrap it around here with the little eyelets, just haywire it together, open her up, get your fire going, raise this up nice and high, get some nice green alder that you can split and put in there as long as you peel the bark off, or some birch, or even just hickory chips or cherry wood, whatever. You know, I bet you could make some phenomenal meals with that. You can raise it up real high. You can do a cold smoke for a real nice fish, or you can drop it right down low, have a nice hot smoke for meats. This thing is extremely versatile. And then plus with the hook here, you can take your grill off and you could hook whatever one of your little pots on there, like a little kettle kind of a thing. And like the chain is super long, so you could lower it right down to the bottom, or buy a longer chain if you want to. You know, like this thing is actually incredibly nice. But anyways, guys, that's the gear review. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave us a comment or two. And if you guys pick one of these up, make sure you come back and tell me how it worked for you. I hope it works just as good for you as it did for me. And yeah, I am extremely happy that I bought this. But anyways, I'm going to enjoy my moose sausage and my zucchini here. And get back to camping out here out in the woods. Tonight we're out sleeping underneath the stars. If you want to see this video, I'll make sure to put a little link either in the description below for you, or at the end of this video, so you can watch what we're doing out here. Anyways, guys, again, I hope you liked this video. If you did, give her a thumbs up, and we'll catch you on the next one.